The magnesium supplement in your cabinet right now might be delivering less than 4% of what the label says. Not 4% less. 4% total. Magnesium oxide, the most common form sold in pharmacies, has a bioavailability so low that in a published clinical study, the difference in absorption between taking it and taking a placebo was statistically insignificant. You've been swallowing chalk and calling it a supplement. And that's before we get to the brands caught with only 61% of their promised magnesium inside the lead contamination report on one of America's most popular brands, and the lawsuit over supplements that claimed to be magnesium glycinate but weren't. By the end of this video, you'll know the one form worth buying, the brands that actually deliver it, and how to read any label in 10 seconds. Let's go. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 enzymatic processes in your body: muscle function, nerve conduction, energy metabolism, blood sugar regulation, sleep quality, heart rhythm. And nearly half of the American population doesn't get enough of it from food, according to ConsumerLab's analysis of national nutrition data. That's why magnesium is now the second most popular mineral supplement in the country, surpassing calcium, and the sixth most popular supplement overall. Use jumped from 38% to 43% of regular supplement users in a single year. The market is growing because people genuinely need this mineral. Here's the problem. In a market this big, with this much money at stake, the gap between what's on the label and what's in the capsule can be enormous. ConsumerLab tested 18 popular magnesium supplements. 3 failed. One of the most expensive contained only 1.5% of its listed magnesium, and products costing just a few cents per dose passed, while ones costing 20 times as much failed. But the biggest scam isn't even the underdosed products. It's the form, and that affects almost every bottle on the shelf. Number 2 on this list is the one that shocked me most, because it's one of the most popular magnesium supplements in America. It's everywhere. It's marketed as the calm supplement for stress and sleep, and an independent report found lead, cadmium, and arsenic far above action levels. Stay for the clean picks. The number 1 recommendation costs under $20 and passed every test. Same rule as always. Everything in this video is from published, independent sources. ConsumerLab's Magnesium Review. They tested 15 to 18 products across their 2024 and 2025 rounds, purchasing products on the open market, testing elemental magnesium content by ICP-MS, and checking for heavy metal contamination. A peer-reviewed 1990 study from the Journal of the American College of Nutrition on oxide versus citrate absorption. An independent contamination report on natural vitality calm. Court records from a 2024 lawsuit over mislabeled magnesium glycinate. All linked below. Let's count down. Number 5. The form issue that affects the majority of every magnesium supplement sold in a pharmacy. Magnesium oxide is the dominant form in mass market supplements. Nature's Bounty, Spring Valley at Walmart, CVS Generics, Costco's Basic Magnesium. Almost all of them are oxide. Why? Because magnesium oxide contains the highest percentage of elemental magnesium by weight, 60.3% on paper. So, on a label, 500 milligrams. Magnesium oxide sounds impressive. Here's what the label doesn't tell you. Magnesium oxide is virtually insoluble in water. In a published study from the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, researchers compared urinary magnesium excretion, the most direct measure of what actually got absorbed, after giving subjects equal amounts of magnesium oxide and magnesium citrate. The citrate load produced 36.6 times more magnesium in urine over 4 hours than the oxide load. Other studies have estimated that magnesium oxide's bioavailability in the body is around 4%. 4%. Your 500 milligram tablet may be delivering 20 milligrams of actually usable magnesium. The recommended daily allowance for an adult man is 420 milligrams. You'd need to take 21 of those tablets to hit your target, if you even absorb all of that. Compare that to magnesium glycinate, where the glycine chelate protects the magnesium all the way to the small intestine, and absorption is close to complete. You are paying for a supplement. You are receiving chalk. Number 4. The magnesium gummy trap. Magnesium gummies are one of the fastest growing product formats in the category. They're positioned as the easy, enjoyable way to get your magnesium. Sleep gummies, calm gummies, stress gummies. 2 problems. First, gummies have a physical limit on how much magnesium they can hold. A standard magnesium glycinate capsule delivers 200 to 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium. Most gummies max out at 80 to 100 milligrams per gummy, and the serving size is usually 2, so 160 to 200 milligrams, often in the less bioavailable form. Second, ConsumerLab's own updates have flagged that a popular magnesium gummy was found to contain lead or other toxic heavy metals when tested by an independent group. The sweet format attracts kids and parents buying for kids. Lead in a children's gummy is not a minor footnote. Rule: if your magnesium comes in a format designed to taste like candy, ask why the brand chose that format. The answer is margin and marketing, not bioavailability. Number 3 is the most technically deceptive entry on this list, because it exploits the fact that most consumers have learned that glycinate is the good form. Magnesium glycinate, also called magnesium bisglycinate, is a chelated form where the magnesium ion is bound to 2 glycine molecules. That chelate structure is why it absorbs so well. Glycine ferries it through the intestinal wall without competing with calcium and iron, and it doesn't cause the laxative effect of citrate. But here's what ConsumerLab found. Some products labeled magnesium glycinate are not actually in chelated glycinate form. They contain magnesium oxide or magnesium hydroxide combined with loose glycine. The two are mixed, not bonded. You're getting the cheap form with the premium name on the label. In 2024, a lawsuit was filed against a popular supplement brand alleging exactly this: that products were mislabeled regarding the form of magnesium they contained. The company provided refunds to purchasers, and separately, ConsumerLab's own review notes that one of the products they covered appeared to have its form of magnesium mislabeled, despite providing the correct amount of magnesium overall. They changed its status to not approved. Here's how you catch it on the label. Real magnesium. Bisglycinate will say magnesium. Bisglycinate chelate, or Triax, a registered chelate trademark, or reference Albion Minerals as the mineral source. If the label says magnesium glycinate with oxide or hydroxide listed as a separate ingredient below it, you may not have what you think you have. Number 2. Natural Vitality Calm. One of the most recognizable magnesium supplement brands in America. Pink powder, calm in the name, sold as the stress and sleep magnesium for millions of people. An independent report found lead, cadmium, and arsenic in Natural Vitality Calm at levels far above what ConsumerLab describes as action levels, the thresholds above which they flag a product as a heavy metal concern. ConsumerLab covered this in their product updates and included it in their magnesium supplements review. Now, the required honesty here. The form of magnesium in calm is magnesium citrate combined with magnesium carbonate, which means the bioavailability side is actually reasonable. And Natural Vitality has disputed contamination concerns on their products before. But an independent lab report found lead and cadmium above action levels is not a claim we invented. It is what the published update says. The specific irony is this: you're taking a supplement literally called Calm for sleep, stress, and nervous system support, and an independent test found elevated heavy metals in it. Heavy metals accumulate. Chronic low-level lead exposure affects the nervous system. The supplement designed for your nervous system may be quietly burdening it. And number 1, the finding that defines this entire video: a widely promoted, relatively expensive magnesium product that contained only 61.5% of its listed magnesium in ConsumerLab's testing. Not 61.5% absorption. 61.5% of what was promised on the label in the capsule before absorption even enters the picture. ConsumerLab's standard is that a product must contain between 100% and 130% of its labeled magnesium to pass. This product delivered 61.5%. It failed. It cost approximately 20 times as much per dose as budget products that passed. ConsumerLab's policy is to name failed products in their full paid report. The public summary describes the finding without naming the specific product. What I can tell you is what this failure represents: a premium supplement likely sold on the promise of superior quality and bioavailability, charging a 20 times price premium and delivering 38% less than it claimed. This is the core lesson. Price does not equal quality in the supplement industry. The FDA does not check products before they reach the shelf. Nobody verifies the claim on the label unless an independent lab does. And the most expensive bottle is not the safest bet. It might be the worst one. The full picture from ConsumerLab's magnesium testing: 18 products reviewed, 3 failed. That's a higher pass rate than protein powder, but the failures were more severe. A 38% shortfall in actual magnesium content is not a rounding error. And the heavy metal concern on one of the category's most marketed products is not a footnote. Add to that the systemic form problem, the majority of pharmacy magnesium being oxide with single-digit absorption, and the mislabeling lawsuits around glycinate. And the picture is a category where the right product is genuinely different from the wrong one, and the difference is invisible from the outside. So what does the right magnesium actually look like? 3 picks: budget, mid-range, and gold standard, all independently verified. And the 10-second label check that filters out 90% of the bad products before you even open the bottle. Number 3. Doctor's Best High Absorption. Magnesium glycinate, lysinate. This is the budget benchmark for clean magnesium. It uses Albion Triax, magnesium. Glycinate, lysinate, chelate, a registered, independently verified chelate form, not an oxide glycine mixture. The Trax designation on the label means the chelation has been independently verified by the mineral manufacturer. It's widely available, under $20 for a 2 to 3 month supply, and has consistently appeared in ConsumerLab's approved products. 1 ingredient: no fillers you can't pronounce. No gummy format. The Triax name visible on the label. This is what cleaning up your magnesium supplementation looks like without spending premium money. Number 2. Thorne Magnesium Bisglycinate. You've heard the name before on this channel. Thorne consistently shows up because they do what most supplement brands don't. They publish third-party testing results and submit to NSF certification on their core products. Their magnesium bisglycinate uses genuine chelated form, clearly labeled, at a dose that makes sense. 200 milligrams elemental magnesium per serving, in a form where that 200 milligrams is actually absorbable. The premium over Doctor's Best is modest and justified. You're getting a brand with an auditable quality trail, practitioner-grade formulation, and a company that has consistently passed independent testing across multiple product lines. If you want to spend a little more and never think about it again, this is the pick. And the number one thing to take away from this video, the check that's more valuable than any brand recommendation, because brands change formulas and suppliers. Look for one of three things on the magnesium label: magnesium bis-glycinate chelate, or the word triax, or Albion Minerals as the mineral source. Any product with one of those three identifiers has used a verified chelated form, not oxide, not an oxide-glycine mixture, not the pharmacy chalk. That's your 10-second filter. Secondary check. The label says between 100 milligrams and 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium per serving. Not 500 milligrams magnesium oxide. That's the oxide trick. Elemental magnesium is the real number. And the final check, no heavy flavoring, no gummy format. A brand that publishes third-party test results or carries NSF, USP, or ConsumerLab approval on that specific product. Do those three checks, and not one of the problems in this video can touch you. You're not trusting a brand name. You're reading the actual evidence on the label. Quick recap. 5 things wrong with most magnesium. Oxide with near zero real-world absorption, underdosed gummies, fake glycinate that's actually oxide with a glycine label, natural vitality calm with an independent heavy metal concern, and the 61.5% premium product that delivered less than 2/3 of what it promised. The picks: Doctor's Best with Trax for budget, Thorn bis-glycinate for premium peace of mind, and the label check that beats both: Trax, Albion Minerals, or bis-glycinate chelate, one of those three, visible on the label before you buy anything. Every source is linked below. ConsumerLab's Magnesium Review, the peer-reviewed absorption study, the product update on natural vitality calm. Read the data.